Aloha. How we doing? Who we got? Ali. Hey, Ali, Eric, Saywad, and Sandy. How's everyone doing on this fine day? Don't need to change that. What we're going to do first, we're just going to do the standard, do the daily quests on the accounts, and then we'll go into and we'll start stripping down for Faction Wars. Stripping down the account, not anything else. It's not that type of channel. Could be. Probably not. Should we waste some gems? It's not really a waste. I haven't got enough scrolls to worry about 4 stars yet, but we'll just see how it goes. Get the free gems. It's like a reward. Ali, how are you today, man? What do you mean missing me? We've been talking multiple times today. You seem in a chipper mood. Yeah, you did. I think it's just you and me so far, Ali. I'll show you a little sneak peek. Eric, I will build. Ali, you're more than enough, but you know it's nice to have other people. Eric, I will probably build Madeline, even if it's just for this thing, the Faction Wars. Obviously, in terms of are we going to build her on one of our accounts, it just depends how good she is. I mean, she looks interesting. She does look interesting. Yeah, I've read her abilities. I put it in the chat today in one of the chats. We'll get it up on stream later and have a little look at it. I think so. I mean, the problem is when you get new heroes and they release that little tidbit where it says about the skills, obviously an infinite amount of it depends on what the percentages are, right? Like I remember Ignatia, looking at Ignatia, and it was really hard to determine exactly what she was going to be like. And then when she came out and the percentages were quite weak, it was just a bit disappointing. But I don't know. I think it's interesting. Hey Lolly, how you doing, man? I think it's interesting that she seems. It's more about damage reduction and all damage dealt, isn't it? So it's a bit more unusual. She's doing okay damage on your account. Well, Madeline's not out yet, is she? What? What do you mean? Yeah, Lolly. Yeah, you are. Oh, Ignatia. Yeah, so Ignatia does okay damage. And listen, to be honest with you, I've never built her. What I'm planning on doing going forward is to build all the trans heroes out, the new ones out, so that we can kind of test them out, right? And Ignatia, I looked at her and she's interesting. I just feel like she's one of those heroes that there's just others that do what she does better, which is obviously the problem when they do so many heroes. That eventually, like, look at Ignis and Cruz. Ignis is just better than Cruz. If Ignis didn't exist, Cruz would still be used. I still feel, because the weakness marks and stuff like that and the stun. But you'd just rather have Ignis because it's the healing and yeah, it's a weird one. Yeah, exactly. So, but if Betty didn't come out, Jaro would still probably get some kind of use, not loads of use. Do you know what I mean? But she'd still get some use, but she instantly goes in the trash because there's heroes that are better than her. That's where it's really difficult when they release new heroes. I mean, the last few have been a bit underwhelming, going right up until I suppose you had Wukong. Obviously, Basilisk, me and Ali both like Basilisk. But Finn, Norton, Boo, Norton Haig, Ignatia, Sylvie, Vespera, I know sees some use, but they're just underwhelming. But then they don't want to bring out a hero that completely changes the meta, which I do understand. Yeah, Betty's a joke. I mean, Betty and Wukong together, and I'm really surprised because that's why this first edition that we're going to do with the faction wars is like core heroes rather than transcendence heroes, because otherwise all it would be is right. Shadow team with Betty and light team with Wukong would just smash it because they're just going to absolutely smash the crap out of people before they even get going, and it's just not really fun. What's really interesting, I mean, the only team I've really struggled with so far is Forest. Like, I can't figure out Forest at all, what we're going to do with Forest as a team. The other teams kind of make themselves, and where I'm doing the transfers, so I'm going to need 9 heroes in each faction by the end of this. That's going to be quite straightforward. But Forest, there's like 3 different teams I could do. Not 3 teams of 6 heroes, there's not that many. But like 3 distinct different pathings I could go down, and I haven't decided which one to do. I think... Hey, Rake, how you doing, bro? So I think the issue with the Forest is that because they're going to probably come bottom anyway, does it matter? Which is why I'm annoyed. I'm putting so much effort into thinking about the Forest side of it. It's just weird. Rake, what's your first impressions of the new hero, dude? We were just talking about her. Yeah, but it's not, man. It's not OP. It's a real struggle. But as I said, I don't know, Rake, you probably haven't seen what I'm doing, right? Listen, we'll see about the new hero. I've got hold of an account that's got 20 accounts on it, 20 servers on it. And so we are doing V4 class wars. So the 6 accounts, 6 factions, see which one comes on top. But I'm really struggling here. That's all right, Kay. Don't worry about it, dude. Honestly, you're fine, man. Because even like Geester could be interesting. I don't know. I feel like I have to have Gruder, which is really annoying. But I was considering doing a Sylvie Seerhu, Flora, Freya has to be in. And then I also feel like Olivia has to be in, and then am I stupid for not doing Rogan? Yeah, but Rake, we're not dupes. We're not doing dupes. Otherwise, that would be sick. To be fair, that would be really cool, because Shadow would just be 6 Bettys. Yeah, okay, we'll see you later, bro. I hope you can come back in later. Melissa sucks as a core hero, so we don't have to worry about her. I don't know if Valkyrie's going to be strong. But even down to, like, we assume that Eloise would be good. But I feel like, no Oberon army. Do you know the issue with that? The issue with doing multiple heroes, one, obviously, is a bit cheesy, which I don't mind. But the other issue is hero copies. Like, the way that Leaf has built his account, he's got all the food you could want. There's like 300 E5s between the accounts. But I'm limited on chests. So he's got like basically one hero everything. Hasn't got more, so I haven't got that play to do with it. Yeah, 6 Homes Young would just be disgusting as well. Just be impossible. But no, so we're going to go through it. So it'll be interesting to see... Yeah, go on, do it. 6. I wonder how it would pan out. 2 Oberon and 2 Rogans, 4 Oberon. Does Oberon get his buffs? You know, like when someone twines, he gets his attack buff and poisons. Does that just work off his twines, or if someone else twines? Because I feel like his attack would just go insane. His attack would just be stupid. But yeah, so Eloise, I'll be interested to see how Eloise does, because obviously we know she's really strong, but she's also normally by far the most powerful hero on your team. So now all the heroes are going to be the same kind of level. We'll see how interesting it is. Your Oberon army, because it just shuts everything down, doesn't it? And constant twine. No, Eric, Heartwatcher can't be V-forward, bro. She can't be imprinted. I have taken some heroes that just aren't going to be included. So for instance, and Rake, cover your ears, bro. Azrael, his core hero, doesn't really work as well as we need it. So I know that you've built up Azrael as your the Lord of Death Azrael, but his base one doesn't really seem to work that well. And also I'm gutted, but I don't think that Horus is going to do an awful lot. But it's funny because you mentioned Heartwatcher, Eric. I'm like that with Olivia. Like, obviously, because we're doing PvP and PvE. I just don't know, because Forest is probably gonna come bottom, but I still want to give it its best shot. And I'm gutted. Gloria, I just don't think works into the teams, which I'm just devastated at, because I think she's super cool. And I'm even worried about Flora. But then Flora works with Oberon because of the twines. But I also feel like I need Garuda to be hitting nukes. Freya's an essential. And if I'm running this Sylvie Seerhu, then obviously they've got to be together. So it's like, well, who then drops out? Or do I not do the Sylvie Seerhu? And do I go Flora frontline with a Rui? Yeah, but right, and do you know what? It's so funny, right? Because Forest has the most play. The issue being, I mean, I don't know. I've never built an Oberon, which is a shame because I think he's a really cool hero. But I don't know. See, I like Flora. Flora with a Dragon Rui. Extra tanky, gives her twines extra boosts. Perfect. Garuda then has to be here for the nukes. But the thing is, if we're going Freya, Oberon, Flora, I could then also mix in a Geista. Geista could be really useful, especially for some burst damage. But as an assassin, I'm then like, oh, well, I want Rogan. And then I keep on doing this circle where really, I really wish the team could have 7 heroes in it. I mean, I'm pretty sure Valkyrie isn't going to be in. I'm pretty sure Melissa, her base form, isn't going to be in. Annoyingly. Yeah, and the seed can't be cleansed, can it? So I do know that he's a little bastard. Yeah, so I feel like these 3 aren't going to be in, and then it's just like, right, how do I put these guys into a team? Oh, cool, so he can't be cleansed, yeah. Yeah, and I'm so disappointed in Valk, but then I was also thinking, Valk is bad, right? But say I wanted to go down the Geista route, Valkyrie burns. And she does nice burns. And she will proc them. Yeah, but Ray, you're saying every hero is really good, and you're doing exactly what I'm doing, which is like, I don't know how to do it. I would love to put Panda in the team. But if I put Panda in the team, I have to put Sylvie in the team. And then, because there's the boss fight in, I feel like, well, Olivia has to be in there. I can't not have her. Because even if these guys struggle in PvP, at least she's there to help us out on the PvE side. I don't know. I'm struggling. KB's getting in the team. KB's in the lineup. KB is Tonk. KB. And then it's just who fits in around. It's possibly going to be something along those lines. But then I was also thinking of a Cthulhu Nakia combo. But then I think Cthulhu's, but his dot, like his explosion, it actually just caps out the damage these guys can output. So it's a shame that I think it's like 2,000 damage he does, which isn't enough. And then it detonates all of them. Is it 2,000? Because annoyingly, his imprints, I know this from before, doesn't even turn it up. Yeah, 150% of 2,000% of his attack. So it's frustrating. But I think this might be the team. And to be fair, it's nice. Like, it's a nice team. There's some CC, though not a lot from Barton. But then I also feel like, am I stupid not putting Cruz in? But then I love the idea of having Ignis in there. I could do that, actually, couldn't I? Maybe it's a bit priest heavy. It's relying an awful lot on them two and Delatium. I don't think Williams gets in. I don't think Cthulhu gets in. I don't think Nakia gets in. But that's kind of like set. Like, it's fine. Eloise obviously has to get in. Tix has to get in. I think Basilisk gets in. Ithaca obviously gets in. Betty gets in. And then it's one more. Hey, Paco. Don't scare him off. Listen, Rake's been here before. Me and Rake are like best buds, bro. All right? Game knows game. Yeah? And so, yeah. It's always nice to see Rake in the chat. Doing very well, Pac-Man. How are you? How are you? Hope you're doing better. Hope you're having a good day. I don't know whether I want to do Gustin cheese. Do I want to do Gustin cheese? Onkaramara is boring. It's not my team. There is no team. There is no team to bully. Ali, I didn't ignore you. I didn't ignore you. Rake's dropped in a couple of times. 3 or 4 times. We normally... Ren drops in more often, to be fair. I think Ren gets lonely when MK's not streaming. So he's just trying to find someone else. Yeah. Yeah, Rake's just trying to confuse me. Because he's not giving me any good information. And I need good information from him. And he's just messing with my head a bit. Yeah. So I don't know. Forrest is doing my head in. And in reality, Forrest is going to come bottom anyway. Ali has got his own room in the Discord now. And do you know what? Ali hasn't even... Forrest is the cool... In my opinion, Forrest is the most fun faction. If Forrest had a proper damage dealer, I'd be much happier with this. But it doesn't. Not like out and out like the others. So I'm just a little bit worried. Apart from maybe Garuda, but... Yeah, Saywad, that's it. This is too much. Ali, Rake, great LDA video. Love the depth of it. Yeah, I found it really interesting because I don't like him, LDA. I don't like Azrael as a concept, though I can see why he could be really strong. But it's interesting to see someone like Rake build him out because obviously, yeah, can build him to the proper level and do him justice. But yeah, not for me. Yeah, but this is the thing, Rake, we don't know. Who knows? And it's interesting because so far, when I've said to people, like, what's your first thought, which faction's going to come out on top? Basically, everyone has said something different, which is great. So it's like there's no obvious one. I still really struggle. Nah, yeah, right, yeah, you made it worse, dude. I still think I can't look much past Light. Like, I really think it's strong. It can be made really irritating really quickly. So Vulcan, Monkey, Andrea, Russell, Ada, Natalie, I think he's super strong and balanced. And no one has said Light so far. Yeah, Asmodeus might get in there. We're doing transfers every Tuesday, Rake. So there's going to be 3 transfers. Oh, God. I think Shadow is possibly the best balanced team. But it's hard. And I'm tempted to put Annabelle in because she's super cool. But some CC, you got Eloise, Ithaca doing the big damage, Tix doing big damage. Yeah, I don't know. And even Basilisk with top speed duel. But then it feels bad, man, like having a Shadow team and not including our boy Horus. I don't know. Abyss is quite straightforward. Oh, I can't wait to play Unimax, man. Unimax Fiona. Front 9. Absolute warriors. And then I don't know which way around these are going to go. He can go up top. She can go there. And then we've got Doves for Days with Sherlock and Holmes Young. The brutal burst of Penny in Inosuke. And then Unimax and Fiona just being tonks up front. And do you know what, man? I love Fiona. I know that, but I want Unimax there because I want him to get his taunts. I think Unimax is so underrated. I had a Unimax account. I've still got a Unimax account. I did a Flora, Unimax, Morax, Betty account to see. I'd done them around an anniversary event. I know it's really sad. Betty really struggled because she doesn't have the damage output. But Unimax, Morax, and Flora are just absolutely smashing through the game. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get why they did that. It's a weird one. But it's like, do you know what I also don't understand? Madeline just looks like Fiona. Small chick, big weapon, priest. Like, it's just weird that they've gone for that. I mean, Barry yesterday done a video and he said that she was going to be Shadow because of some of the background stuff. And I thought, well, that might make more sense. Not that it's going to be a Shadow. But they're not going to duplicate Fiona. And it seems like they may, I don't know. But this is a combo I think is super strong. And this is what Kay said. Kay said that he thought this would be the best team. Not this specific lineup, but he said he thought Fortress would win. Yeah. No, Paco, that's not what I was saying. What I'm saying is it's just that they do look similar. Shut up. And then obviously you got Dark Team with Carry. Armin Ra. You can even go for, we could just go for the whole annoying cheese and just go that route. But even like Vespera, I think he's sneaky. When I've done those anniversary accounts, yeah, I think with Dark, it's a real, because any of these could be in a team, and it's just right. Who are we actually trying to put together? So Dark's in a better spot where it's like it might. It sounds crazy. It might even be like Aspen that misses out. Yeah, no, I know, Eric. I wasn't blaming Barry. It wasn't Barry's fault. I get the point he was making. I also thought it was weird because it was like when you saw her, she was obviously a Fortress hero, and Fortress is next in the lineup because they're going to do Light is technically next in the lineup, but they always do Light or Dark at Christmas, so it's going to be a Fortress hero. I know you got no, but I get it. I get it. So even Aspen might miss out on this team, which would be nuts. Yeah, but that's the beauty of this, is that we're not changing up the teams between rounds. So the preset enables there for PvP are staying, and the preset enables having for PvE are staying. So we can't, because someone said about changing them up depending who they're fighting, and it's like, well, it doesn't really. Well, I don't think that's right. I think this is how. Yeah, but in terms of who we're going to pick, I don't know. Transvespera does something called Stygian Mark, which boosts the attack of the highest attack hero, does extra damage, and she also has, I know, Rake, but it's both. I'll try and put both of them in the team. She has Lethal Incense and Something Missed. I'm going to build Vespera for my Williams account. I've got Williams, Alakita, and I'll show you, to be fair. So I can just show you what she does, but she's going to work perfectly. So she, if they have Lethal Mist on them or Lethal Instance on them, where is it? Yeah. If the owner has 100 or more energy when Lethal Incense is removed, they lose 100 energy. She inflicts Lethal Incense on them. Then the idea would be they get to 100 energy. Williams will silence them, and then at the end of the round, when they still have Lethal Incense on them, they'll lose all their energy. But no, she's quite cool. Veil of the Mist, which reduces damage dealt to her, so she becomes a little bit of a tank. Stygian Mark increases... Oh no, when they do their basic attack, does extra attack and restores the HP of the ally. Veil of the Mist, which again is just her damage reduction. Where is the... Yeah, and this one here. This is so our active skill. On the enemy with the highest attack for 2 rounds, and when it's subbed, it does 2, I'm pretty sure. Reduces their attack by 10%, armor by 10%, damage reduction by 10%. This goes up to 15 when it's subbed. Speed by 60, and increases all allies, this stuff. Ally with Stygian Mark, which is highest attack, gets 100% bonus. So she is nice, and I know that people use her for Star Expedition. I'm obviously not doing that because I'm not that interested. But Paco, fuck off. All right, I know some things. I know that I don't know everything, but I know some things. He's really interesting. Basically, Vespera is really interesting. Hey, coach, how you doing? But yeah, who's called me a noob? Saywad, why am I a noob? You bastard. Sitting there, shouting at me. Yeah, Drake and Carry frontline. It's like Armin. I do feel like I'm going to end up with both Aspen and Mockman. It makes sense too. Even though Aspen's not going to be as good PvE as obviously his trans version is, he's still going to be useful for boss fights. And it's like, well, if I go Vespera, I have to have Adakita. Do I need Focus? No. Do I then go Adakita Vespera? Or do I want to go for Elena to get some more support? No, I know, but that's what I'm saying. I don't know. With this one, it's like Forest, where I'm kind of like, I don't know which 6 to pick. I feel like I have to obviously have Drake and Carry. Maybe it's like Mockman that drops out. But then, like, you don't want to lose. Oh, okay, yeah, you are a new Paco. Because the other thing as well, right? I think Drake's going to be sneaky. Because again, people obviously Rake, you're different, right? I presume he's up to the max, but in the main, people have him at like 9-star. So it's gonna be interesting to see what he's like being V4'd at the same power level as everyone else, to see how much his black hole mark does and stuff like that. Yeah, but Eric, bear in mind this is just core Aspen. He's not obviously as good as his trans. Like, he's interesting. But yeah, like, it's not... Soul Shutter's cool. So, he's useful, but he's not going to do the burst. Hey, Shakira, how you doing, bro? But he's not... Do you know what I'm really looking forward to with this? In fact, Vulcan's the one. Vulcan's the one I'm worried about. That he's going to be an absolute nuker. I think this might hark back to like the old days of PvE where it's not done on round 2, like the fight's not done and finished. Yeah, I know, right? And I feel like it's stupid not, but again, it's like, right, okay, say, oh shit, I could take out them two and go like that to make it more of a support orientated team. Because I feel like if I go Adakita, I've got to have Vespera or vice versa. Not necessarily, I don't have to have Adakita. Because that is a lot of damage. But then Carry's not, yeah, I don't know. Brother, listen, Paco, you need to stop bullying me immediately. Koji, I don't know, dude. The only thing I'd suggest is the boss has doesn't he have different powers the further on you get? Like the further on the fight, or is that something completely different? To be honest with you, it's such a boring game mode for me. I get why someone like Rake would love it. Someone at the end game. But for me, I ain't getting top 1,000 even on my main account. I think I got to 1,400. So it's just like, bleh. Do I like a jacket potato? Is that what you're asking me, Rake? I don't really like jacket potatoes. So what you've described is called a jacket. And so it's a baked potato with the skin on. And then you don't just have beans and cheese, like you put whatever filling you want. Some people put tuna and cheese and stuff like that. Do you know what, Pac, I wouldn't even say it's a stereotype. Lots of British people like it. It's not for me, I don't like it. I don't like the texture of a baked potato. Koji, you like it with tuna? It's just weird, bro. Isn't tuna supposed to be cold? That's what I've never understood with a tuna spud, because you've got a hot potato, Yeah, set us off to sea. No, because paella, everyone likes paella. Like jacket potatoes. It's interesting, Koji, that you like it. I don't really get it. I've never understood the fascination with a jacket potato. Listen, well, listen. I'm not going to have any xenophobia in the chat, right? I know I'm English. I know we left the European Union. But you can't blame me for that, right? It's not my fault. I have no power. I've limited power in my own house, let alone for what my country does. Yeah. Breakfast burrito. I said, I do get it. I get why people like it, especially when it's cold. But Duffbo. Rake. What do we do with kebabs that's wrong? Do you know you're German, right? Do you want to know what I do with a kebab? I get the pita bread. I get the meat. I don't have any salad because I hate it. And I get them to put loads of barbecue sauce and spicy sauce on it. And I'm just, yeah, that's how I have a kebab. And then about 2 hours later, I massively regret doing it. And then say I'm never having a kebab again. 2 or 3 weeks later, this time it will be different. It's never different. It's never different. Ali, did I vote in favour for it? Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah. But is that, Rake, is that what you were talking? Because what I do with my kebab is shamed even here. Over here, they put all the warm salad and crap on it, and then they don't even put spicy sauce. A lot of people here will have like ranch or mayo on a kebab, and it's just disgusting. You saw pictures of the meat that they serve and it looked like cardboard. Listen, it's cut off a skewer. I don't know. I thought there is nothing nicer than doner meat, but the problem is we don't even know what it's made of. Like on a serious note, we don't even know what it's made of. Paco, who are you firing shots at? Koji, why a kebab is supposed to be spicy? Why my wife wouldn't eat a kebab, right? She's half Turkish, but she wouldn't eat a kebab. But it's the type of thing she would do, mayo on everything, and I can't stand it. Paco, thank you. Wasn't that the weirdest picture of eggs you've ever seen in your life? It was like 3 eggs, but then like a whole tin of herbs chucked on top of it. Horse kebab, Duffbo, it definitely would have been. I don't know if you guys, none of you are English, or Duffbo, I don't know if you're English. We had a scandal. We had the horse meat scandal about 10 years ago. There was a company called Findus, and they used to make lasagnas, like ready meal lasagnas and stuff like that. And they were using horse meat in it. Now, I appreciate in places like France, they eat horse meat. We don't over here. And the downside was they didn't label it horse meat, so God knows where the horses came from. Yeah. And Ali, human meat, I don't know. I don't know why it'd contain human meat, because that would make it more expensive. Like, surely if I went to a kebab shop and was like, I don't want beef, I want human, that would cost me a surcharge. I wouldn't just get that thrown in for free. You sent me the crimes that you found. What do you mean you sent me? Where have you sent me the crimes that you found? Yeah, well, I'm so curious. Discord. I haven't got anything on Discord, bro. I think you've just sent some... Oh, no, sorry, right, you have... Yeah. I just got DM'd by Rake, so none of you lot have had that, right? I have. Oh, is that a pineapple ring? Bro, that first picture is not England. That second picture probably is. Third picture definitely is. That third picture, Rake, is like a picture that's on so many different takeaway like thingies. What's wrong with the fourth picture with the chips on the side, the fries on the side? I mean, the fries looked undercooked, but the meat looks nice. Again, the fit. Oh no, the sixth one looks like cardboard. Seventh one with the red onion looks gross. Eighth one looks alright. That last one, that's not real meat, Rake, is it? That last one's pretty gross. The third picture, it is, man. That I tell you what now, in Scotland, if you showed that to people, they'd die for it. That is cheesy garlic bread with doner kebab meat. But no, do you know what, Rake? That fourth picture, bro, I think that looks nice. I mean, yeah, chips need some work, but listen, we don't have a great culinary section in the UK. It's not great. We steal a lot of stuff from other countries, and then we bastardize it to our own tastes. And it's not great, but it's fine. Chips, yeah, the chips, to be fair, I don't like fries unless they're like really crispy. They all look a bit limp, so I wouldn't enjoy them fries. I don't want salad with my meat either. I'm not a rabbit. I want to eat meat. That's what I want to eat. And to be fair, he's probably the cheapest. He's probably the cheapest. But again, what I would suggest is, in fact, no, I can't even suggest that because a lot of these look like they're at restaurants. The really bad ones that you've sent me pictures of, the really bad ones, are from takeaways. And the only people that would go and eat them are drunk people. At which point you don't care about the quality of the food. I do love chicken tenders. If I could show you my freezer, bro, it's just loads of different varieties of chicken tenders from the shop we have called Iceland, and it's one of them things that we do. As I said, we chuck everything. And do you know what's really weird, right? Our like new national thing is the air fryer, and if you don't have an air fryer, you're weird. Yeah, chicken tenders, brilliant. And the beautiful thing with chicken tenders, and don't sleep on the chicken tenders. You've got all different types. You've got the basic chicken tenders, southern fried chicken tenders, tandoori chicken tenders, barbecue chicken tenders. I've got Dorito ones in my freezer. Koji, you're vegan. It's just like the other day when you lied about being 53. You secretly lying. I respect people. Oh, you are just lying. Okay. Ignore what I was about to say then. Because I was worried I was going to offend you. So I respect people that are vegans. I do, kind of. It's nice to have a moral guide. I mean, it just sounds like a dreadful way of living. I can't imagine not eating meat. What do you mean you actually didn't cook vegan? Do you mean you had a salad? That's a fun way of describing it. Listen, I don't. The bad thing is, right? I like drinking water, and I love fruit, and yet I've got like an aversion to doing both of those things. I mean, rather than having an apple, I'll just chuck in an extra chicken tender in the air fryer. I know it's bad for me, but it is what it is. I'm addicted to Monster energy drinks. I'm still hoping to get a sponsorship one day. That'd be super cool. Oh, Rake, that's sad, man. That's sad. Got to get them bacon bits in. Got to get the bacon bits in. But yeah, I don't like mushrooms because of the texture. Same reason I don't like onions. To clarify, it's not the taste, it's the texture. So for me, I would not be having a mushroom sauce. I'm a barbecue sauce or a spicy sauce person. I'm one of them people that if it doesn't slightly hurt me, like my mouth, by the way, I'm not taking this account seriously on this, we'd never get anywhere. No, but Ray, that's not true. You can't take the shittest picture of English food and then say that's what I eat. That's like me Googling the worst German food and being like, oh, right, I can't believe you eat this. That's not how it works. Now, admittedly, if I sent you the pictures of my food, you'd still be very unimpressed. But that's not, the pictures you've sent look revolting. So let's not. Hey, Pack, listen. I have sauce on my chicken tenders, right? Unless the tandoori ones. The tandoori ones don't need sauce. They're full of flavour anyway. So you need to back off and check yourself before you wreck yourself. You've been to Germany and the food is really good. Ali, don't you dare. Don't you dare. Because Rake's here, start saying nice stuff about Germany. Or German food. That's crazy. Oh, do you know what was hilarious? I've got... I don't know how to get up on the screen. Hold on, let me try and find it. How will I find it? I saw the saddest picture. I was in the Reddit today. I don't recommend you do it, right? I was on Reddit today, and it was the saddest picture I've ever seen of someone with what they're doing on their account. I'm on it now, and I just see loads of Rake stuff popping up. Jesus Christ. You and Barry are everywhere on there. Right, where is it? I've got to find the picture. It was hilarious. Oh, no way. I'm not going to be able to find it. I didn't comment on it either. Oh my God, how much writing's just got cook fungus? Okay, Duff, shut up. Well, listen, I'm what the people want to deal with. Rake started talking about food, so I'm going to indulge Rake in food talk, right? Come on. I think he's deleted it. No way. It was, it's such a shame. It was a picture. This guy had an E3 Sigmund that he'd awakened like 3 times. And so it was a picture of the Sigmund in the awakening screen, E3, that he'd awakened like 3 or 4 times, whatever it was. And then his starry gem count was minus 61. And he's like, where do I go from here? And it was like, how have you got minus 61 SG? Why have you only got an E3 Sigmund? Why have you got an E3 Sigmund? Why have you already awakened it? And why are you trying to awaken it again? It was the weirdest thing. Germany does have the best beers. Germany, Belgium, and to be fair, most of Central Europe. No, right, it's not that. I know that's how they do it, but it was more that this guy had obviously refunded his stuff and was still trying to awaken copies inside his Sigmund that was only E3. And then when someone said, why are you doing that to your Sigmund? He's like, well, because it's only got an E copy on it. Yeah, just it, right. And I don't think he was joking because he's now deleted it. From the look of it, he's deleted it. So it's just wild, just crazy. Yeah, I can show. To be fair, I can show. I'll show Rake so that we're all on the same page. Let us show you what Eze put up in the. This kid, this guy. So, but then to be fair, no offensive, Lolly's still in the chat as well. We've got to bear in mind that Eze's from Jordan, so we're mugging off my food. I can't imagine Jordanian food is too much better. Maybe I'm being a little bit harsh, but I really don't think I am. Right, let's go into K's Burgers. Let's see if there's any swearing. No, there's not any swearing. Not that you guys here would care. You guys have been talking a lot in that channel today. Jesus Christ, where's the eggs at? What have you guys been talking about? Oh, there you go. Right. This is the picture of the eggs. Now, hey Lolly. So I fully understand that British people don't spice their food. That, but do you know what as well? People backed him up on that. And I was like, I don't, so I commented, do you want some eggs with your herbs? It looks like the herb thing is broken, and that's what's ended up happening. I mean, the eggs themselves look nice, but I'd be coughing up a lung eating that. Look how much oil's in that pan. Just oily, herby mess. Yeah, and to be fair, listen, Eze is a weirdo. We love him, but he's a weirdo. I can imagine he thinks that is amazing. Don't say anything about something you haven't tried. Listen, Lolly, I've never tried. You can't say, right, that is such a nonsense statement. So Lolly, don't say anything about something you didn't try. I can think of 100 things that I could say to you, eat that. It's gross. It's come out of a human body. You'd be like, no, that's disgusting. And I couldn't then turn around to you and say, we haven't tried it, so you don't know. I can look at that and tell you right now, I am coughing if I'm eating that. It's getting stuck down my throat. It's horrible. Yeah, but Paco, he's taken that picture and posted it. Always like that the egg is bad. What? Yeah, well, listen, we're not listening to... There's reason that he's Eze the degenerate, all right? We're not listening to what Eze has to say. Duffbo, listen. You can come into the chat whenever you want. But you come in here and you've been making some incendiary comments, okay? I'm not Scottish. I do not care that haggis tastes like shit. Haggis does taste like shit because I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So that isn't going to... Can I put up Google? Oh, God. The thing is, right, because I'm still a noob to streaming, I don't know what's going to crop up when I go on Google. Not like that. I just mean any of my information. No. What do you want me to do? Do you know what I'll do? I'll do it in incognito mode because then, yeah, that's fine. You want me to show the world a... Yeah, right. I know. And do you know what's weird, right? Is there anything that people can do with my info? I mean, everything's authenticated and stuff like that. But look at you first. I feel like you're going to trick me, and that's not something I should want to see. Puppies for sale. Papusa. Don't live Google. That is not good. Do you know what? I'm going to listen to what Ray says, and I'm going to Google it, and then we'll show the picture. Reject all. A thick griddle cake or flatbread. I mean, to be fair, and another thing, right, I did trust Ali. To be fair, I did trust Ali. Yeah. That's nice, though. Listen, who doesn't like a nice flatbread? I feel like the thing with bread is you can do anything you want with it. So it's not just bread. Oh, I love sausages. Sausages are really nice. I know you wouldn't. Paco, do you know what? I literally use this PC for this, and my wife uses it for work. So there is nothing dodgy on the search history whatsoever. Yeah, I've never once looked at anything 18 plus on this PC. I didn't want to affect it with AIDS. The women that do it might want to do it to themselves. I don't want to do it to my PC. So this is the cleanest PC you've ever seen in your life. Look at the filling. Okay, I mean, this is... Oh, is that meat? Is that rice? Oh, that's a vegan one. Gross. But you could fill it with anything, couldn't you? Oh, cheese. Nice. Look at them. Cheese with some salsa. Yeah, I'm looking at the cheese one. There's so many good cheese ones. They look good, bro, to be fair. Paco, have fun at work, my friend. If I'm starving, so is this like a last meal kind of thing? I'm presuming, right, if it's the last meal, it's going to be really well cooked. I'd probably want a medley of stuff. I don't think I could just decide to have one. Dan, how you doing, bro? I don't think I could just have one meal. I feel like it'd have to be like a tapas version of all my favourite things, which ironically would include a doner as well. Paco trying to get Mrs. VH in troubles. No worries, Ali. See you in a bit, bro. What's the last meal? Oh, God. Half a sausage sandwich. A slice of Meat Feast pizza. Chocolate pillows. It's a cereal. A little bit of Red Bull. A little bit of Coca-Cola. For once, it isn't work. Ooh, what are you doing, you dirty dog? I don't know. For me, a last meal just wouldn't work because I'd want all the things. If I could only have one meal. Pineapple pizza with a kiwi. See, things like that should be straight to jail for you. Anyone that has pineapple on their pizza, anyone that has pineapple in a burger, or the picture that Rake sent me of the pineapple in the doner kebab, jail. It's now something you never tried and you want to try it. Oh, God, that's a good question. But the thing is, and Lolly, don't take this, I don't mean it's a weird way, because I am old aged now, if I've wanted to try something, I've tried it. I can't think of anything I haven't tried. No, do you know what? That's a lie. Do you know what I'd love to do? Providing there's no consequences from this, I'd love to go pick like a mango from somewhere, off the tree, off the palm or whatever it is, and just eat it. I don't even like mango. But the thought of doing like a proper mango straight off a tree and eating it out in the jungle somewhere. But I don't want to get worms or sick from it. I just want to be able to eat it with no consequence. So if I could guarantee that, then that's what I'd do. In the UK, in reference to what, Coach? Hawaiian pizza, Eric, is not okay. Yeah, God, how have we gone to... Who first said about pineapple pizza? Excuse me, Rake, I didn't say that there's mangoes in the UK. I said in some jungle somewhere, right? I just feel like it'd be really refreshing. Yeah, okay. Well, you've asked me a personal question. I'll answer the personal question. Whoever originally asked it. I'm not going to get flamed because I'd like to eat a mango like a tribesman. I think that'd be so cool. Maybe not like a tribesman. I'd like to have a few more clothes on. But I just think it'd be cool. What? Where's this? Listen, I'm really happy you're here, right? Don't come starting problems with me, right? I didn't create Brexit. I didn't start Brexit. I'm not Nigel Farage. What grows here? Dude, nothing. And let me just say something right now. The country grows nothing. Has no real natural resources apart from some oil off the coast of Scotland. We're a small island in the middle of fuck anywhere, and yet we are somehow as strong as we are. It is wild to think that all said and done, we do all right for ourselves. Bear in mind, we have nothing here, which is why when people moan at us for colonising, it's like, bro, have you seen where we live? There's nothing here. Like, we can't... It's just shit. If no one had lived in the UK, say the UK, there was no people, it wasn't populated, right? And they were divvying out, the old colonies were dillying out stuff, right? And dividing it up. No one would want the UK. Shit weather everywhere. Horrible terrain. Doesn't grow anything. Doesn't have any natural resources. And he's a little bit ugly, to be honest with you. Yeah, but at least you're in the middle of Europe, so you could argue, well, at least your stuff's easier to get to you. It's just horrible where we are. You want to try like a scorpion tarantula or pineapple pizza, something like this. Where is the pineapple pizza coming from? Scorpion. Oh, that'd be cool. Instinctively, I'm thinking a scorpion would be spicy. Obviously, it wouldn't. But then I'm thinking they'd take the venom out, right? I think a scorpion sounds cool. I don't think it'd be tasty. Yeah, apples are solid. Did you know if you pinched your nose like that and you ate an apple, a pear, and an onion, they'd all taste exactly the same? It's the texture and the smell that sets them apart. Everyone likes lemons. What? Yeah, Duff. I just realised I saw you put apples and pears. I thought you were just saying fruits. Pig, sheep, chicken, and then you've gone to potatoes, cucumber, and courgette spelt wrong. There's nothing wrong with spelling courgette wrong. But I'd love to. To be fair, I can do it. I just haven't got the screen set up. I'd love to look at your chat history on the streams because I do feel like you come up with some cracking comments. Shakira, yeah, well, China. Listen, bro, China's got 1 billion people. I know they lie about how many people they've got, right? Massive country, all the labour in the world, so of course they can do what they want. Of course they can do what they want. We're limited here. We've had this discussion already, Koji. What's the best cuisine? So, it's funny, right? People say French. Duffbo, you're not an old dumbbell. You're so welcome here. So welcome here. Everyone was saying French, right? And I was saying on stream, what did the French do other than pastry? Nothing. So French out. Now, controversial, but Paco's not here. I don't think the Spanish food's that good. For me, it's Italian food or American food. But then American food's, you know, it's not really American food. Someone said Mexican, which again is nice. Can't argue with Mexican food. A few too many beans for my liking. I'd rather just have the rice and the chicken and the spices, but yeah, Turkish meat. There's a Turkish/Greek restaurant, and that is literally what it is. I'm not just being insensitive culturally. Opened down the road, and we went out a few weeks ago because it's been ram-packed like, since it opened. And the food was like amazing. Lolly, listen, don't try and rage bait me, bro. I'm not interested. I've seen your version of eggs today already, right? Jordanian eggs. I ain't falling for it. I ain't falling for it. Your Greek's okay. There's an awful lot of salad. There's too much salad for me. The meat's nice. The meat's very similar to Turkish, right? But right, I think the reason Italians come on top is because you've got the fundamentals there, which is basically pasta, right? Pasta and pizza. And you can turn that into anything you want. The Italians have got it pretty sorted out. Koji, you're being... No, okay, no, Lebanese food. Yeah, but listen, what does that even include? I also feel like it's cheating because you could describe Arabian food as like all of Asia. Eric, are you Greek? I got married in Greece. Me and my wife got married in Greece. I love Greece. I've deep affinity for Greece. It's a shame the way it's going at the moment, or has been for the last however long. But no, I got married in Greece. Yeah, Rake, definitely. And I think that's where, I mean, to be fair, do you know what something really pisses me off? Why is there so many different types of pasta? Is it really necessary? Do you need more than spaghetti, fusilli, and penne? Nah. And yet they make it so complicated. Yeah, I feel like you could go to Italy and eat morning, lunch, and dinner and do all right. Yeah, but Middle Eastern Arabian food, are you just talking about meat? Like Turkish food, like Greek food, like German food? Or any Eastern European food? No, not any Eastern European food. Eastern European and like the Scandinavia, because everyone loves Scandinavia. I ain't eating their food for shit. I'm telling you that right now. Yeah, the Italians don't like spaghetti. I think they look down on it because it's so simple. But spaghetti, penne, fusilli. The 3 types of pasta you need. Everything else is just showboating as far as I'm concerned. That's my personal opinion. You can take that to the bank. For what it's worth. It's not worth anything, but it's just my opinion. No, that's just ridiculous. And it's doing too much, Rake, isn't it? Yeah, Koji, same here. No, that's a lie. I would do that. My wife uses fusilli for everything. I would use penne for everything. But I know the Italians hate spaghetti. Like, they look down on spaghetti as some kind of impoverished pasta shape. 100%. Do you know what? When I'd done my first weight loss journey, all I was eating was a little bit of spaghetti, but with loads of sauce, tomato sauce, so spaghetti and tomato sauce, and that was my dinner. Yeah, but Shakira, I think you should have stuff with pasta. I mean, what Rake said that I could just eat spaghetti and tomato sauce, not ketchup, like proper tomato sauce, normally spice to it. No, Codes, they don't hate their own invention. I think they look down on it because it's easy to make, which is ridiculous. Is Albanian food underrated? I've got to be honest with you. The Baltic foods and the Scandinavian foods don't do anything for me. Like, same as the Russians and the Ukrainian food, that kind of part. The old Eastern Bloc, nah. No, but I don't think anyone who eats pasta with ketchup, and don't say English people do, because we don't. But when I say tomato sauce, I mean like you know, yeah, passata sauce. Oh, right, well now we're back to Googling, aren't we? Because Dan has come up with something, and I want to decide whether he's right or wrong. I trust Dan, to be fair. Yeah, but no one has pasta with ketchup, and I feel like Rake's trying to set me up for saying that that's what English people do. Romanian Mickey, and I feel like you just made up words there. Samala? I mean, Dan, it looks kind of nice, but at the same time, it looks a little bit like turds on a plate. That's probably just the presentation. I'm sure it's delicious. Pierogi. I've heard of pierogi. What are they filled with then? No, Dad, I'm only joking. I've seen that at the Boots House before. They've got the stalls, and to be fair, I've had it as well. It is nice. It is nice. They're like little kebabs, aren't they? Okay, so it's basically like a little... So that's like a dumpling, basically. Polish. Do you know what's funny? Someone the other day said, where would I move? If I didn't live in the UK, where'd I move to? And in reality, the USA is where I'd want to move to. Because wherever I wanted to do... whatever I wanted to do, I could go there and do. But next, if I wanted to stay in Europe, it probably would be Poland. Like... Poland's probably the next place where I'd go to. I know it's different culturally, but yeah, I bet you do, Lolly. I bet you do. I bet it's got some of the opioids in it, isn't it? Is that what you've got in it? A bit of poppy? Is that what you have in your food? Is that why your name's Lollipop? Short for Lollipoppy? I might just be being casually racist, but you know I don't mean it. You know I'm not being serious. Yeah, yeah, but and do you know what? I have no issue with that whatsoever, and that is Americans do it, and Asians do it particularly. They are proud of their country, and I think a lot of the time is because people look down on Asian countries, which is just wrong. People directly shit on America, so therefore these people have this level of patriotism that Europeans just don't need to have. Like, we don't need to be patriotic because, I mean, people do criticise us. I come from England, right? But people don't really criticise us. People criticise everywhere else. That's why we speak to an African about Africa. There's a Nigerian dude I do some work with, and he's so proud of where he comes from. And I say to him all the time, Addy, If you love it so much, why did you fucking move it? He goes off. But yeah, so that's why he's coping with Jordan, because it's a cultural thing. They are proud of the place they live at and they like to promote it, which is great because it gets a bad rap. Like all them, not just Jordan, all of Asia gets a bad rap. The Middle East gets a bad rap. But I'd love to go to Morocco and Tunisia. I'd like to go to. Admittedly, that's more North Africa than it is Middle East, but similar kind of vibe. But yeah, I mean, Jordan to me is fine. Jordan, Lebanon, all them. Is it mid? Are they middle? They are Middle East, aren't they? Oh, right. It's one of those, right? Do you know? Honestly, I couldn't care less, and I think it's probably the way that Americans feel when Europeans try and insult America. They're just like, I just don't care. They don't care. I don't care. Is my country a bit shit most of the time? Yeah. Is it the worst country in the world? No. Are we incredibly lucky to have been born in Europe? Yes. Like when you compare it to other parts of the world. So like, I ain't moaning about my country. I want to go Marrakesh. Hey, Kay. Listen, dude, to be fair, we've gone completely off the boil and we're blaming Rake for it because he's the one that started all of this and we're just going with it and vibing. Do you know what, right? I found Trump hilarious. The first time he was president, I thought it was the funniest thing in the world that the leader of the most powerful country in the world was Donald Trump. And every time he opened his mouth, I'm still blaming you. I know. I like the fact it's derailed. The fact that Donald Trump, every time he opened his mouth, was just hilarious, and it was. And I bear in mind, okay, there's obviously things with Donald Trump we're not supposed to like, right? But the fact he'd defend every time someone would say something to him, he would just shout back and clap back at him. I thought was hilarious. Now it's the second time round. I'm not so sure it's so funny, and I feel like it's a bit like it's a bit weird. But yeah, America is like I love America. I think America gets a bad rap, man. I honestly do. No matter what you want to do, wherever you want to live, whatever environment you want to live in, you could find it in the US. Yeah, Dan. Yeah, but listen, most of that's probably not true. In reality, I can't wait for the Epstein files to be released as much as the next guy, but we'll see how it goes. I'm so proud of you, UK. You've done amazing with the studying. Keep it up. You're nearly done, mate. You're nearly done. Get there, boy. And then you can help me with the teams because we're still struggling. That's originally, actually, to be fair, what Rake did wrong. Is that he was just saying the forest was really easy to build, but then he was saying every single hero was really good, and it's like, well, that doesn't work because I can only have 6. Yeah. Hey, Sandy, how you doing? Don't be silly. Listen, you can be here when you can be here. To be honest with you, Rake, I don't really know. The stream, I did want to kind of finish up the teams. What I've done... Sorry, my face is now super bright. We're just going to have to get over it. Where is it? I put it in completed. What I've done... Oh my God. Well, this isn't correct. I got all the face packs. I've done that the other day. I swear I put it in here. Where did I save it to then? It's not in logo pack. Yeah, Canva is good. And do you know what? It should be on dark mode, but I don't want to click down the bottom in case it reveals my email address. But where's... My God, did I not save it? Got all the stupid stuff. I swear it should be incompleted. Oh, he's here. Right. It's so weird, man. Right, I'm happy you said that because I'd done a video yesterday. Oh no, it came out today. And I had to put a subscribe button over the guy's email address. It's so frustrating. I don't even know why it comes up there. Why is it necessary? I wouldn't have a clue. So I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek. If any of you are interested, none of you say you're not interested. I'm going to do a little short video on each of them. Oh, yeah, dude, you don't want to... Do you know what you can do? And I don't know why I'm giving you advice. You can... Do you use Clipchamp or something like that, or Adobe? You can download the stream, edit it, and then re-upload it as a video, and then just title it as a live stream. But yeah, it must be frustrating, dude, especially for you. Like, for me, it doesn't matter so much. Like, but yeah, it must be frustrating. But yeah, I'm going to do a little team video on each one. There's going to be an analysis with some flashbang again, with the stars based on balance, PvP, PvE, MVP, the weak link, the wild card, with the lineup on the bench and in dev. And each one of these is going to have that. Yeah, I haven't had that yet, Rake, but I would just delete it. It's just frustrating. Out of interest, when you stream, are you surprised at how many people watch your stream after you've streamed? Because I get more views and more time watched after the stream ends than I do during the stream, which is just, I find it weird. I think it's obviously just time zones, right? Because I'll see like the upticks. Admittedly, the scale I work on is different to your scale, right? But I'll see it where people watch the 4 hours of the stream. Like they've just watched the whole 4 hours of it, which is interesting and great. But I've been told by a few people that I'm used as the background noise, which is fantastic. Yeah, proud to be background noise. Better than being no noise, isn't it? Ali said he's going to be right back. He's still at work, I think, though he did say to me that he'd kicked everyone out of the shop so you could watch the stream. I obviously know that's not true, but yeah, I think he's probably just on the phone. Eric, do you? That's really cool. And listen, and to be fair, I do, because I used to do that because Wrath of God came back for a while. And I used to put his on and just listen to it while I was doing other things. I couldn't tell you what was happening, but I'd just have it on there. Aiden, I know, man. I know. Nice, Rake. Nice, man. Koji, you lurk away, my man. You lurk away. Rake, do you get more views on your AFK Arena or your Idle Hero stuff? I'm interested to know that. And also, I want to ask you a question. Sorry, I pretty appreciate you haven't come here to be asked loads of questions, but you have to understand you're going to get asked some, all right? Oh, no, I didn't realise you got that many people. That's cool, bro. Because it's interesting, right? Because I asked Renville about MK, and he said between 80 and 120 average people he gets. So you get 100 to 300 concurrent people. That's nuts. That's crazy, man. But then I suppose we're in an environment where there's not many creators, is there? So I suppose if you're doing AFK Arena, I don't know how many people are on AFK Arena, but I'd assume that yeah, it's not inundated with things. One second, I'm just trying to find what I was trying to find, which isn't helpful, is it? Oh, I can't find it. Don't worry about it. We won't worry about it. But yeah, I don't know. How long did you play AFK Arena for before doing content on it? 1,700 people at the same time. Do you just on YouTube? 1,700 viewers, man. That is wild. No, I saw that. How wasn't I already... Dude, don't. Can I be honest with you? Do you know why that's crazy? Is whenever you drop a video, it comes up on my phone. That is crazy. But look, I've been watching your videos. All right? But whenever your videos come out, I get it. So I can't believe I wasn't subbed already. But no, listen, I've been watching videos. Leaf is the man of the hour. How are you, sir? I love your thumbnails. Show the other channel. Right, is that why I didn't... Oh, okay. Oh, do you have to have your own one for AFK? Is this like Raid Shadow Legends? I think this is what you said to me, wasn't it? Well, I swear I'm already subscribed. Oh, is that a different one? I love your thought. I really like the font that you use. Ah. Is it? I'm not going to copy your font, but I'm fascinated. I love the neon. It's so hard with thumbnails, bro. I hate it. $23,000. Yeah, that is crazy. Does it sorry if this is like a bit of a personal question. Did it then so you've done that, right? Did it then deflate you when you didn't get that view, when you didn't have that many people? Do you worry like, oh, did I do something wrong when it didn't happen next time? Because that's bizarre, isn't it? That's quite a bit more than the others, but it's just... Was that the first time you done it? Yeah, you must be... Obviously, you couldn't have been expecting it. Thinking it was bugged out. No, of course, no, I didn't know. To be fair, you don't come across like the type of person that would. But it was more, yeah, it's weird. But because AFK, I mean, I was looking the other day at which was the biggest like mobile game. And there is some shit right at the top. Like some horrendous stuff. Idle Heroes was like 150th for grossing games in RPG, and AFK Arena was quite high up. It's similar to Raid in terms of player base, I think. No, well that's it. When it's a hobby, man, it doesn't matter, does it? Yeah, but also I think, and this is before anyone says it, I'm not brown nosing Rake, right? Because I'm part of the problem as well, right? I think there's a lot of people that criticise MK. Everyone, it seems, criticises Barry. I'm a bit of a joke on the Idle Heroes discussion. Wrath kind of gets away with it. I've never seen anyone criticise you. It must be super nice that you just don't get... People don't have anything to criticise about. Yeah, well, that's the problem with a lot of games, though. Do you know what, right? Do you know what? I've been looking for a game to start alongside Idle Heroes, something newer and fresh. But it's hard to know what's going to pop, isn't it? So imagine from your point of view, where it's not your full-time job, you're already doing Idle Heroes and AFK Journey content. If you then try to start another game, you'd have to get good at it, have to pump more money into it, and it might not even pop. Hey, new camper. So it's like a risk to get into a new game from a time point of view and then a money point of view. Leaf, how are you, Leaf? Let me get my monster. We've been theory crafting. Yeah. Because I was interested. And do you know what I found a bit weird? I like looking at other YouTubers. I'm not going to lie to you, Rake. I have no idea what Black Beacon or EOS stands for. Is EOS? Because in my head, that means AOS. Obviously, I'm presuming it doesn't mean AOS. And I'm presuming Black Beacon is a game. Or is that a person? Oh, is it game? Oh, end of service. In 2 months. That's crazy. But the only positive thing with if you talked about that, right? The only positive thing for that is you could turn around and say, well, at least you haven't made people waste loads of time and money in something. I feel like it's better getting rid of it after 2 months than it is 2 years. Because 2 years, people can spend 2 years invested in a game and then just crash out. We talk quite regularly about what Idle Heroes will do and what kind of phase of life it's in. Obviously, everything's dying all the time. It's getting a day closer to not opening its servers again, isn't it? But I do wonder what stage it's at with them, with DH Games and what they think about it. As long as people still put money in, they'll still provide a service, won't they? But it's got to get to a point where it's not worth it for them. I do feel like quite far away from that, but I don't know how many new players get attracted to the game. I've never heard of Vulcan. Should we look at Vulcan? Is he an interesting YouTuber? Oh my Jesus Christ. Well, you can see that Vulcan has a fun time. See what type of game Vulcan plays. Does he? Oh, for each of the different ones. Solo leveling Arise. Oh. I don't know why I'm going into a deep dive, but... Oh, no, it's a joke thing. Hold on. Okay, I don't understand that. You might find that funny. I don't understand it. So he just plays different games, does different videos. But he's getting regular... I mean, that's 2 years old. I appreciate what you said. This is just one account. Solid though, isn't it? He's doing daily updates or daily uploads on this video. Wait, Jesus Christ. I'm surprised that these don't get pulled. Those thumbnails. It makes you worry about... Jesus. Who is designing the art for some of this? I mean, that's normal. I bet that's like the best armor in the game as well. I bet that gives her max protection against everything that she possibly needs to fight. Does she need a buff or is she balanced? Looks a little bit top heavy. Yeah, but Shakiri, it's not clickbait if that's in the game, dude. Right, am I going to get done? If I do this, am I going to get copyrighted? Does he? I want to see, how's Barry doing a video on it if we don't have the stats? I like Barry, and I'm not one that's going to criticize Barry, but we haven't got the stats. So how do we know? Angel Legion is a porn game. I feel like it's cheeky to watch it on stream, but I also think he wouldn't care. He also doesn't know I exist, so I really don't think he cares. Should we see what he has to say? Should we see what he has to say? Let me get my headset. Because normally when I play stuff, I can't hear it. But I figured out the other day I was just being an absolute idiot, and that I can. Yeah, the new hero looks cool, man. I like the new hero. And it would be. Do you know what? It would be fucking great to have. It would be really nice to have. A new first E5 contender. Well, I think. Right, let's do that. So I reckon you should be able to. Nope. Don't want to do that. Oh, right, okay, we'll do that. Too loud. Right, we're going to do that. Should we see what he thinks?
What's up, guys? Barry Game here, back with some more Idle Heroes news for November 18, 2025. This month is flying by, and we have the skill card for the Fortress Priest, Madeline. Remember, I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure this hero, it just looks like a Fortress Priest.
Can you not hear him there? Okay.
I don't know why we would get back-to-back Shadow Heroes, but yeah, it was confirmed that the English stuff was just put on the wrong backgrounds and everything, and it was confirmed Fortress is the thing. Now, this hero is interesting because it actually seems like she does some decent damage, but also doing some healing and shielding for the whole team. So let's jump right into it. Let's talk about Madeline.
Let's see what he thinks.
Now, as always with these non-transcendence heroes, you can very easily understand their skills and don't need a PhD to read all the fine print. So yeah, let's jump right into it. This has an active skill, Unparalleled Cuisine. Deals attack damage to all enemies. I always love hearing that. Reducing the speed of the enemies with the highest attack. So
you don't snitch on Big Bad Barry on me.
Depending on if they all have matching speed. And their damage reduction for several rounds. Afterward grants Taste Bud Simulation to allies with the highest attack for several rounds. So that could be her if that's the main hero. If you're using her as a support, it could be buffing it, which is pretty cool. But this Taste Bud Simulation is a skill effect, not stackable, increases the owner's damage reduction offset, which is pretty cool. So this is going to basically bypass some of the enemy's damage reduction. Not all damage reduction, but regular damage reduction, which at this point, so many things has it. So that is pretty cool.
Can I just make a point? Do you know why I don't think I'm subbed? Because I don't have time to watch YouTube anymore. Literally don't have time to watch YouTube. Whenever Barry, Rake, or MK posts a video, even though I don't really watch much of MK stuff because it's the end game stuff I don't really watch. So I obviously assume I'm subscribed. Like Rake, the other day you came up, you were streaming. It came up on my phone that you were streaming as I was driving. So I find it weird that I wasn't subbed, because why would it come up on my phone? I don't know. But I what you saw, I watch your stuff, I like your stuff, and I to be fair, I normally like Barry's stuff as well. So everyone leave me alone. We're going to continue listening.
Chef's Good Helper passive skill is amazing. HP, speed, control, immunity, and damage
obviously
reduction.
It is.
The only thing that make it better is if you wanted her to be offensive with attack, but hey, it is what it is. Besides that, Precise Seasoning changes the basic attack to deals attack damage to enemies with the highest attack. So again, if you're facing off against enemies that all have the same exact attack, like in Sealand, on certain waves, you're just going to hit all 4 of them, which is kind of cool, with a chance to inflict a stun on them. So we'll have to see what that stun chance actually looks like in game. And then lastly, Masterful Knife Skills passive. Each time an ally releases a basic or active skill, Self has a chance to chase and follow up attack, dealing attack damage to enemies with the highest attack. Again, that could be a lot of them. And for every certain number of chases and attacks released, restores a certain percentage of attack HP and a certain percentage of attack shield for all allies. That includes yourself.
Leaf 100% and Rake 100%. I really like Barry, and I think the criticisms he gets is really unfair. I think it's so unfair to criticize someone that puts time and effort into this game for as long as he has. So when people do it, I do think it's unfair. He obviously isn't massively enjoying the game, which is why he doesn't post as much stuff. But the fact he still bothers to post stuff shows that he's trying to do it, and it's good for the community side of things. I'm going to click play again. It's interesting. He's saying about, well, we'll see why he thinks he'll be new first E5. I'm not seeing why she'd be necessarily first E5. I think that she, and it depends, right? This inflicts stun on them for several rounds. Knowing their translation, that could be 2 rounds. And it could be a really low percentage. But I don't think it will be. It's also interesting that it only hits 1 enemy. So I feel like it could be a high percentage. Yeah, but Kate, it's one of those things, man. It's easy to take shots when you're the one doing it. And that's why I think it's really unfair. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? Well, yeah, so you've got Eloise and Holmes Young. I mean, I would argue, not that I'm going to argue with you, Rake. We thought the other day, by the way, we're all pretty sure you're 6'11" and jacked. Just for, yeah. If you're a spender, I think you can do what you want because you get to with all the stuff you get in the game, you get Transcendence heroes ridiculously quickly to the point that I don't really think it matters. But free to play, Eloise, Holmes Young, 100%. Spenders, I don't think it matters. Wukong, go for Wukong straight off the bat. You might as well. E5 Wukong's nuts, but you get him Transcendence before you get him E5. But no, Rake, don't say that. Right? We're going to tell people you told us you're 6'11". And Leaf, but I think everyone would be. But it's when anniversary comes around, I'm going to do a couple of different new accounts, and we're definitely going to do a Gloria account. 100%. Rake 6'1", K, just because you're some Dutch giant doesn't mean you're short. Now listen, we're going to give Barry, we're going to listen to what Barry's saying, right? We're going to listen to what he's saying and see what he thinks.
This actually sounds like a potentially fun hero to try out in the very early game, especially when you're going against so many of these tower waves, so many of these campaign waves, Sealand waves that are facing all against the same enemies. That seems like this type of ability could be pretty strong. And to be honest, I might start a brand new free-to-play run on my anniversary account that has a ton of scrolls to see what this hero could actually do. I think it would make for a fun one to see if a priest, yes, a priest, could be very powerful. Now, again, a lot of things are up for grabs for what is actually going to be possible because dealing attack damage to all enemies on the active skill, no matter what, sounds very good. The fact that we're going to be also bypassing some of the enemy's damage reduction sounds pretty powerful, and of course the fact that she does have control immunity and damage reduction built in seems pretty strong. So yeah, I honestly, this is one of the first heroes in a while I've read their kit and been like, man, this actually sounds like a potentially fun first hero to build, mainly because heroes that attack like everybody or counterattack or follow-up attack could be really good. Again, in the early game, if you have a bunch of heroes like carries or something that just keep coming back to do basic attacks or active skills, yeah, that means a lot of potential healing. And again, anytime it says every time an ally releases, usually ally includes self. So that's going to be something we have to test out. If she can give herself healing and shielding, that could be pretty powerful. Now, of course, we do have the tenets as well, which are interesting to say the least. They're actually not that bad. Like building her first and going into a Sun Wukong potentially as a first Transcendence might not be the worst thing in the world. The only downside is a slot 3 Yorm Tum. I don't know. It also did say as far as who is she is a tenant for. It sounds like she's going to be also Madeline and Finn's number 1 slot. Norton Haig's number 3 and Ilamox number 4. So sadly, it would be amazing if this was like if this was literally like a Sun Wukong thing, but I don't think, based on the really bad translations, that she's going to be a tenant for any useful Transcendence heroes or anything. We'll have to see how it turns out. Really, it comes down to if this is a really good priest hero to build first and then becomes like a really good support hero to have on your account for another Transcendence hero, I think that would be really cool. As far as recommended artifacts, they said energy artifacts for her, so I don't know if that's necessarily going to be a thing, but I am legitimately hyped for this hero, and I think she has big potential. So here's quite literally my game plan for this hero. I'm actually kind of excited.
We'll see what else he has to say, bless him. Do you know what? It's the follow-up attack's obviously really strong, because who we've got? We've got Garuda, Holmes Young, and Wukong that do that. And obviously that's really strong. And where she gives boosts to the highest attack hero, obviously that could just be her, right?
On the active skill, no.
So,
no matter what, sounds very.
Okay, I'll check it out later, bro. Yes, I mean he's obviously fascinating. She's fascinating, but it so much just depends on those percentages, man. So much depends on them percentages, and what she ends up actually being. Obviously, the big thing that people are thinking now is, hold on, make sure that's not too loud. It's not loud at all. Why is it not coming out? Is are there going to be treasures? Why is there no music? Is there going to be treasures with her Transcendence hero? And I just presume there is going to be treasures. Why wouldn't there be? They've started out with Basilisk. I very much doubt they're going to stop it now. I don't really see how they could stop it now. Rake, as someone at the top end of the game, what was your opinion on treasures? Out of interest. Did you think they're a good idea? Do you think they're a bad idea? Because I don't mind them. I just feel like there isn't enough. Free to play should have got all of them. Yeah, well, there has to be treasures. Yeah, but do you know what? I feel like they would have sucked a lot less if free to play could have got all 6. One stack of them, and then you could spend to get more. Because ultimately, Wales are going to beat you anyway. But at least it puts everyone on a playing field where you can win. Yeah, Randy. And that's the other thing as well, right? Is we don't know how they're getting released. We don't know if it's going to be its own separate Treasure Train series, i.e. tickets. And what happens if you get one you don't want? I mean, that would suck, wouldn't it? I don't think I've got any on this account. Nope, wrong one anyway. I've got a red one. So I don't know. It's weird. But do you know what I find really weird is that they didn't really come out and say anything after it. They didn't come out and say, "Oh, this." Out of interest, were you one of the people that originally got them to change the sigil event, the Chant of Destiny? Because I was really surprised. That's the first time I've ever seen them come out and admit they fucked something up, and then turn around and say, "Yeah, we're going to change it." I'd never seen them do that before, so that was wild to me. That they'd agreed that they'd messed it up. Seahu needs to be bigger. He's a big panda. But yeah, I mean, I'd done the pages. I accidentally fed one of my level 20 ones. I know that means nothing to you because you've got like level 1000. Not literally level 1000, but Randy, I'll show you. Is it the Chinese that keep the game funded? Because it's interesting, isn't it? Because I know that esports in Asia is huge, and gacha games are obviously huge, right? Randy, I love you so much. I'm happy you're here, bro. I'm happy you're here. I wondered where you'd gone and why you're missing me. This is the European Wales, or just obviously a mixture. Yeah. No, Eric, we're not going to talk about that. Yeah, and maybe it's a cultural thing. I don't know. Maybe it's a cultural thing. But it is weird. Is out of interest, what game are you able to wail on harder? AFK Journey or Idle Heroes? Like, what's what's the thing you can spend most on? Because I know that Raid Shadow Legends, you can just spend infinite amounts of money on that. Like you could literally just, I think it's literally infinite. I used to play the game back in the day, and at that point you could just spend however much. Yeah, Leaf, listen, they could do that. I mean, someone said the other day, why don't they do a lot of, why don't they do a sandbox mode for real? And it's like, well, because they want people to pay to try out the heroes. Like, that's the reality of it. Rake, you don't spend a lot of money on these games. Who are you lying to? Who are you lying to here? I don't believe you. Aiden, it caps somewhere at between $1 and $2 million before your bag is full of mythic and legendary you can't justify getting rid of. So, $1 or $2 million US you can spend on Raid. Nice, Rake. Nice. What on earth is Loot Bar? Now you've messaged me on Discord. I know I can privately message you because I want to ask you about SG Hub. I might need to get some starry gems. What is Loot Bar just one of those? It's an affiliate share because I know that a few of them, like Raid, do an affiliate thing where I don't know what the criteria is, but they give you discounts and stuff like that. And then if, as a creator, and then if you want to do content and they pay you to do content, but you have to have your own account. SG Hub has Black Friday sales. Rake, can you confirm or deny that? If you can confirm that, you might be making some money. We were joking the other day that, I say, that's the royal we. I was joking the other day that we should get you to promote the channel. Not promote the channel, sponsor the channel. Give you some star gems. Oh, I did. So do you know what? I was interested that you mentioned it on one of your recent videos. SG, I didn't hear the Black Friday thing, that you mentioned SG Hub in your videos. Oh, nice. I'll check out SG Hub because I know Wrath got some stuff off of you, not you specifically, but SG Hub. Yeah, I might check that out. To be fair, I might check that out. So I'm presuming, is there? Nice, Aiden. Very nice. So. Ah, okay. Cool. So you promote it. They give you stuff. You promote their stuff, and then you get like an affiliate partnership with them. So a percentage, and that self-funds you spending in the game. So that's cool. That makes sense. So it's like a little loop, like a little loop around. But it's perfect, isn't it? And I'm surprised that. I mean, I know that. Yeah, Idle Heroes and Dage Games don't bother contacting you guys anymore, creators anymore, which is a shame. Because I've always felt like games go downhill when that stops. Cool. Nice. Where's LD shop? I'm gonna look at it now. Hold on. I've never heard of it, but then I don't play gacha. Do you know what? I've never been interested in gacha games. Oh, Genshin Impact. Okay. Jesus, that Yuki. I can see why people play the game. Oh, you can buy. Oh, you can buy stuff on loads. So you can buy. See, this is the currency in all the different stuff. So you could buy FIFA coins and stuff like that. Cool. is this just stuff that's farmed in game, or do you run the risk of getting banned for stuff like this? Because I know that certainly when you buy CD keys or game keys, that quite often they're stolen and then they're just resold on. Does it not? But I suppose this is harder to track. It's not a key for a game, is it? They can't track the currency, the specific currency. It gets just put into a pot. Interesting. 10% bonus on FC26 coins. Probably because no one's buying them, because the game is trash. Who pays PUBG? Who buys? It's got 35,000 reviews on PUBG Mobile. Who's buying stuff for PUBG Mobile? Craziness. Yeah, and I said I think currency's different because currency gets mixed into like a big melting pot. I think the CD keys, because they're tied. Are you saying crazy in terms of? Are you thinking the same as me? Like, who the hell is doing that? I can't imagine. What are people spending on PUBG Mobile? Why would you buy skins on a battle royale game on mobile where it looks horrendous? Who's watching a content creator play PUBG Mobile? Is it Leaf? And do you know what, Leaf? I'm going to trust you on that because I feel like you're big into the games. But I can't. Why is it more fun? Is it just because it's less sweaty? I can't imagine sitting there with my phone playing it. Yeah, defo. Yeah. Yeah, but that's the crazy with the mobile market. The mobile market is wild for spending. Like compared to any other game, the mobile market's stupid. I think it's because it's so easy to spend money on it, right? It's not like a normal game. It's not like Call of Duty where there's a limit to what you can spend. Which is why, like FIFA, you're German, right? So you know FIFA. The amount that kids spend on that game, gambling basically, is wild. I still can't believe it is legal. I believe in free market and capitalism, but I think we shouldn't be encouraging kids to gamble. Right, Rake, I need you because I appreciate you're not going to be here forever. I fully understand that. Tell me what I should do with this team. I need you to tell me what I should do with this team. If you had to pick a 6-hero lineup, what team you picking? And I don't want to hear about how Oberon's really amazing. I know Oberon's good. So what do you think you would run as a 6 team? So then when people say, oh, you done it wrong, I'll be like, no, I didn't. Rake done it wrong. He's the guy that's messed it up. Because I still have no idea. Randy, you jump in on this as well, and I'll get you the guild's info in a sec. And anyone else that has any idea on what I should do with Forest, because at the moment I am stuck. I don't know what to do. Gloria, I don't think gets into the team, which has disappointed me more than anything else. I love Gloria. Never used her. I think she could be amazing, but I just don't see how she fits into the team. And I'm worried now that I'm going to have to pick Garuda, and I really don't want to pick Garuda. But I don't know. I feel like I can't leave Olivia out. I can't. Can I leave Rogan out? Possibly, possibly not. It's so difficult. Do you know what I'll do? Why remember? Why we're not talking about serious stuff? Randy, I'll get the shall I get the guild stuff up, yeah? Oberon, Flora, Olivia, Panda, Rogan, Garuda. Out of interest, yeah, I like that as a team. That seems solid. So you don't think so you'd suggest no Sylvie, even with Sirhu? I know I think Olivia has to be in the team because the way the point system's going to work, they're going to struggle. They're really going to struggle on the PvP side, I think. But they could gain some points in PvE. Well, Sylvie's quite... And she works into that block and she increases everyone else's block. So I feel like with the way Garuda works and Flora works, I feel like making up a tanky team's possible. Randy, don't, mate. This is the problem. You've missed the start of the stream. That's what I was saying. Is that if I use Rogue and I use Geista, and if I use them, then I want to use Valkyrie for the burns, as well as Flora for the poison. But if I'm using Flora for the poison, I get the twines, and I want to use Oberon. No matter what happens, I need Olivia. Yeah, but the heal on a lot of teams is arse, bro. The heal on a lot of teams is arse. It's not great. I mean, I'm not being stupid. There's no healing. I mean, Ithaca self heals. There's no healing there. To be fair, this could be a Healy up team. A Healy? Fiona does shields and a bit of healing. Inosuke has his own shields. Holmes Young does healing, but obviously Penny, Sherlock, Unimax. That's a Healy. To be fair, there is some heals, isn't there? Yeah, no, I get what you're saying, dude. I do get what you're saying. But I don't know whether... Because Flora, for those that don't know, and I appreciate you guys towards the end of the game. Yeah, she's going to be made E5, Randy. V4, E5. Flora reduces... Flora is like sneaky. Flora is so sneaky. Where is she? No, we're going to... So she does... Reduces attackers all damage dealt by 10%. It goes up to 15%. And stacks up to 30%. And that's when she gets hits and increases self-attack. So she's like, nice. Vesa, listen, I could do Vesa. Vesa can be made. I have no issues with Vesa. I didn't think that she'd get into the team. Personally. But, so I didn't do her. Doomy. Oh, Doomy. I didn't see you. Hey, Doomy. So we could use Vesa. But I don't know if her healing... She used to be so... When I first originally played the game, she was super strong. The thing is, I don't know where she slots in. And I also really do think that Geista could make an appearance and do a really strong job. But then I might also try not to use Geista. Oh, it's so hard. It's so difficult. Like, and I only get 3 subs. Though admittedly, I'm the one making the rules. Ah, nice. What a good background remove that was. Ah, it never goes that well. Doesn't even have the star above her head. Doesn't even have the star above her head. Doesn't even have the star above her head. No, we're not doing trans yet. I think we will do trans. I mean, Leaf's in the chat. Leaf said earlier that he doesn't think there's enough food to do full 6 trans. And I looked through some of the accounts, not all of them. I think I could squeeze it. But the issue being, it's just basically going to be all 6 out of every single bloody faction. So I might turn around and say, we'll do half. We'll do 3 trans, 3 core, and see what we can work with. That's what I think. Right, what do you use for the background remover? Because sometimes it goes really well, and sometimes, on particularly the fucking dark heroes, it goes horrendously. And I have to sit there and I have to do it all, and it's really frustrating. Did you get a pack from Idle Heroes DH Games? Yeah, Lee, that's what I'm saying. Like, even if they did, it would be using all 6. So it's one of those things where it's like there's no play in it anyway. So I think I could do 3 of each as fun, and that would be fun, and then 3 normal heroes. Got my logo pack that I created. I've started doing these now. So that every time, because do you know what? Do you know how lazy I've been? Every time I do a video, I just redo them. And it's like, this is just stupid. Stupid. So I'm making, as I'm doing them now, I know, but do you do, but even like the trans heroes, like Alakita, it was just like, nope, I have to do it manually on Canva. But I didn't know if DH Games ever gave you like asset packs. Do they give it to you, or is it something you can download from their website? Because I know they've got a website, but I don't know if it's any good. But to be fair, it doesn't matter. There's not enough trans heroes for it to matter. It's just obviously nice if it is perfect, but it's not going to impact anything. Yeah, but Leaf, the thing is, I like the theory crafting of it. And if there's just 5 or 6 in each one, there's no theory crafting behind the team. So I feel like doing 2 or 3 would be fun. Having like a main damage dealer and a main support and then building up the heroes around them would be better. Oh, you sent me one. Oh, thanks, Rake. What an absolute legend. Oh, do you know who said, do you know what? Do you know Pendlix? Pendlix is someone. Am I going crazy? Who is that? What skin is that for? I feel like I've never seen that. Oh, you've got the post. You sent me the post as well, dude. Thank you. I can't think of who that is. I swear, have I seen that skin before? That's super cool. I don't want to put the Discord up because I always get worried putting the Discord up on screen because sometimes people aren't saying stuff they should do. Oh, listen, dude, okay. Listen, man, if it's that'd be fantastic, but I don't want you to spend any effort doing it. So if it's something you've got in a lolly, I'll see you later, dude. If it's something you've got sitting in a folder somewhere, that'd be incredible. But yeah, don't go into any effort for it because it's not the end of the world. It's just. Like, I'm surprised that Idle Heroes don't have that as a pack. Our chat ain't private at the moment. What do you mean? Oh, thank you, man. I do appreciate that. Yeah, they are. I can see that just from the bloody on my phone. Do DH Games send you them? Because I'm surprised that well, I can make some, but some of them just don't work well. Others work perfectly, but some just don't do it, man. Like they really don't. Others come up nice. But I'm surprised that DH Games don't have a creator pack that you can just go and anyone can just go and download. Like what bad things are people going to do with it? But then to be fair. I'll also make the point, some of their promo stuff can be pretty shocking, like the quality of it. Like, because their website, do you know, it's funny, because they did, when I went on there, and they had like a creator thing that you could go on and ask for stuff. Yeah, it's shocking. Oh, again, I've been flashbanged. And like, I went on there, I went on the media center, the content creator thing, and I just messaged him and said, "Can I have?" Did you? I didn't see that. I will check that one out. But it's weird because they've obviously got the ability to do it. Because some of their wallpapers are really cool, and then other times they just don't seem to give a shit. Which is just yeah. But maybe they just think it's not going to make a difference. I don't know. I think it just makes it look a little bit low quality. When in reality, I actually think the hero creation, the heroes themselves, I think are really nicely made. Used to be an app years ago you could data mine images, sound and videos from all files on your PC. Leaf, that sounds terrifying to me. I'm not going to lie to you. That sounds like LimeWire back in the day. I don't know if any of you know what LimeWire is, if you're old enough to know what LimeWire is, or young enough to have used it when it was popular. But yeah. Yeah, the graphics sometimes are shockers. Absolutely, they're so low res that I can upscale it 16 times, And then it will be like, you can still upscale it 8 times if you want. I'm like, that's wild. Like, they've just, as a Facebook post, it's like taking me 2 minutes to do. Why don't they do it on all their ones? I do think it's weird. So you said, hold on. Ibron, Flora, Olivia. Yeah, but I still think Freya needs to be in the team as well. Freya's really strong. Oh God, I'm going to have sleepless nights over this. Absolute sleepless nights. How sad's that? Out of interest, especially Leaf, while I've got you here with it, young man. Team-wise. Rion P. New name. How you doing, dude? Yeah, but Rake, I have as well. Isn't it crazy? Are you talking about like the I don't want to Facebook because all my stuff's going to be on it. But are you talking about... Oh, God. Like this stuff. IKEA meatballs just subbed. Nice. Doing all right. Yeah, so Ray, you talk about this stuff. Yeah, Leaf, 100%. Why? Bear in mind, they create it for the game. Why not just put it out there? But even, it doesn't even have to be creators, dude. I say that. Yeah. Like, look, like I had to do this twice to get this to be high res. It's infinitely better than this. Like the candle. Look how shit the candle is. It's just such a shame. Oh, bless you, Kay. Yeah, listen, man, take it easy for the night. You've been, bear in mind, it's like 9:30 where you are. Don't go crazy. Rion P, tell me. I'm going to call you Ree. Like Randy has. Ree. How have you found us? I always like to ask the new people that are brave enough to comment on the video. Oh, it's 10:30. Oh, is your clocks haven't changed yet? Oh, shit. Have I? Oh, no, okay, I'm here. So you're 2 hours ahead now. I thought you were 1 hour ahead. Right. She's a fucking idiot. Yes, obviously I do. Obviously I do. Pepsi Max, please. Don't mind her. That's just my wife joining the stream. She can fuck off, as far as I'm concerned. There's me trying to protect everyone's identity, and she's just doxing us. So that's absolutely fine. Yeah, Randy, I've tried to tell Kay that already today. Yeah, that's damn right. I've tried to tell Kay that today. He's been working so hard that I'm sure he'll do absolutely fine in those tests. And that hard work will ultimately end up with results. Why is she's going out? It's 8:30 and she's going down the shop to get a drink. Craziness. Yeah, but if you've got the test tomorrow, Kay, go to sleep. Because I promise... do you know what would be better for you is to go to sleep earlier and do a little bit of work in the morning. Oh, like you need your sleep, man. It doesn't matter how much work you've been doing. If you're really tired, it's going to be infinitely worse for you. So go to sleep. No, Aiden, stop encouraging him with bad things. All right, there's enough of us that do that to him anyway. You'll do really well. And I think the first day of those tests will be the hardest, and then your body will just kind of get used to it. I know, Aiden, but I'm trying to be nice and polite to Kay. I feel bad for Kay. I feel bad. I said already, right? Oh, Leaf, honestly, bro, I'll get back to what I was about to say about Kay in a sec. Leaf, whatever you want to do. They're your accounts. And I feel really bad. When you said that earlier, I felt really bad. You thought, because there's enough stuff on all them accounts that I can do exactly what I need to do. So you don't need, if you don't want to, then don't. If you do, then do. But yeah, don't go crazy with it because you think I need it. I've checked out already. There is enough heroes that I need, that I want, even down to the fact you've got the KB ones on the Abyss, which is great. So I can still build KB. I can build up every hero I want to build. So you're absolutely fine. No, every single one, I am, pretty much without fail, you've either got them built up or you've already got the hero copies. Like Basilisk, you've got the hero copies for him. The rest you've already got built up. Here, I think I needed to get some pennies out of a chest, and that was it. But the rest are all built up. I didn't check lights, but it's fine. KB, I think, listen, Randy, I think KB makes the team for Abyss. I really do. I think KB is spot one. I don't know who else goes spot one in this team, in this lineup. This is all the Abyss heroes we could use. I don't think Williams as core works, like as a base hero works. Yeah, thanks. I do think and I think Morax makes the team. And then it's just about. See, the thing is, between Morax and Waldeck, no, Rake, we are stripping everything down. Oh, Leaf, you're so cool, but you don't have to, man. But I really appreciate that. So, Rake, we are stripping all the houses down, regressing all the houses, and we are regressing all the star spawns. So that all of them, it's Filtrum who's commenting. His account's the most incredible account you've ever seen. Like, honestly, honest to God, the work the guys put in is insane. So there's 6 accounts. All of them are faction orientated, and they're all very similar in level and resources and everything like that. So we're going to build everyone up to V4, 6 heroes on a team, PvP fights on a Saturday. We're going to do 1 guild boss fight a week. That's the idea of it. They're all going to have similar artifacts, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, so it's unlimited kind of, so that's going to be really fun. Yeah, but do you know what? Do you know what I'm looking forward to it, man? This is as close as I'll get to playing OG Idle Heroes. Because it's taken, there is treasure train and all that kind of stuff. But where there's not subs and Destiny and splendid melodic lingering glitter, melody of the universe and star spawns and all that stuff, it's just like 6 heroes, no transcendence heroes. So like the skills aren't insane. Yeah, listen, man, as I said, it's incredible. And I'm happy that you found an outlet for it as well, because I imagine time can be difficult sometimes. But no, you should be proud of the account, though. Like, it's an insane commitment, and it's fantastic. But yeah, so the idea, Rake, is that it's no trans heroes, which is great. So like the community offset, so it's basically, yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see, like, people like KB are going to thrive. I think he's going to thrive. And it's whether or not, see, this team's tanky. Damage reduction, he gets tankier as he loses health, lots of healing, Ignis and Waldeck healing up, Delacium spreading all of Morax's and Waldeck's burns and bleeds. I think this could be tush. Yeah, Randy, I wanted to say it too, but it felt weird because after saying it out loud rather than typing it, it felt weird to say it. It's an American, but obviously Leaf's Australian. But yeah, bless him, he's done a good job. Yeah, 100% K. Get your sleep. It's super important, man. And listen, if I don't speak to you tomorrow, obviously because you're examining, I hope it goes really well. And obviously message us after you're all done, all right? Bless. I hope it goes well for you, man. I know you've been working hard for it. You deserve it to go well. Yeah, but and to be fair, Leaf, am I right in saying, Leaf, have you done those accounts basically all the same? So as you've been doing events, have you been taking the same rewards? Because they're so similar. I know you got lucky on the Warrior account because the Grimoires are high level, so you obviously high rolled on a Reverie key at some point. So yeah, is that what you've been doing with it? You've been doing the same rewards for events? Because I'm amazed at how similar they are. I know your Dark account's further ahead because it's higher level, You had like, was it 30 E5s on that one? Plus then obviously all your Tree of Origin heroes. Yeah, that's what I said the other day. I said I reckon that's what you do, is you've just, because then by the time you've done the first one, the second one, the others just come naturally. It's just like doosh doosh doosh. But yeah, I'm pretty confident that this is looking like this will be my team. The only thing that might change is it might not be Cruz, it might be Arania. But I like the weakness marks from Cruz. I think that's super cool. And also, that's really useful for PvP. PvE, because I think this could do, yeah, 100%. The stun's really nice. I think this could do really well in boss fights as well. Morax does okay, Waldex does okay, Delation does really well, providing he's got the right backup. And this is the right backup. The only downside is KB won't do a lot, Ignis won't do a lot, and Cruz won't do damage, but weakness mark is obviously good. Nakia could be useful. But at some point we're going to have to do subs, so Nakia and Cthulhu could end up being on the team. I think Shadow, I don't know, I love Annabelle. Hey Koji. I love Annabelle. I think she's super cool. And even though Betty obviously works against Eloise, she's not doing an infinite amount of CC. And Tixie's still CCing. Yeah. 100%. 100%. And Cruz is just awesome. It's a shame that between Ignis and Heartwatcher, he's just irrelevant. But, I mean, his stuns have still got to be useful, haven't they? His stuns have still got to be useful at the top level. But I suppose saying it when you... Oh, I don't know. Because it's powerful. I think this is probably... I don't know whether to put Gustin in. I don't think Horus makes the team. But obviously he might end up in the team at some point as a sub. Is that just because of all the offset and control immunity? Oh yeah, okay. Fair enough. I also think we're talking about different end games and different late games. I probably meant late game. Did I say end game? I probably meant late game. But either way, it's still probably the same thing. Yeah, do you know what's interesting, right, as well? Is we can't even really have a conversation about the game. Because our understanding of the game, as well as me being a complete scrub, it is completely different. Like, your version of events and talking about what heroes are good and bad are going to be different to me because we're fighting in a completely different part of the game. As are people lower down. And I didn't fully understand that until I got to the point of the game I'm at. That it's all so different. It's all so different. My wife's got me a drink. Incoming. Thank you, please. Don't even get hand delivery. 1 second. W wife, absolutely, Ali. Always a W. I'm so lucky with my wife. I've got to be careful because she was watching the stream earlier because she commented, so I've got to make sure that she doesn't hear me say nice things about her because I don't want her to know I say nice things about her. It's not the whole point of it. The whole point is I do it in secret. Most people moan about their wives. I just say really nice things, but she can't know about that. She can't. I don't want her to think she's winning. I want her to try harder every day. I want to release. Yeah, but I feel like cheese teams can be decent at any level. And the only... Out of interest, do you think trans heroes have made the game better or worse? Or the limit of trans heroes, i.e. it's only the new heroes. Do you think that's made the game better or worse? Because I feel personally it's made so much of the game moot because it's all leading up to, right, let's get a Wukong or a Betty. I just feel like yeah. Nah, Leaf, there's no way she watches. Do you know what I said to her the other day? I said, because I used to when I first used to put out videos, I was like, you got to watch the video, you got to like it. I've got to get them analytics up. Like it made any difference whatsoever. She hasn't seen any of my stuff in like 3 months, so that's absolutely fine. The release of Transcendence Heroes made the game worse, but now it's okay. I suppose, yeah, the first time they got released, it just completely changed it up because the best team would have been those 6 heroes. Am I right in saying that? And do you know what's interesting, right? I wasn't here for that, so I didn't experience it. I was around when Horus got released and Valkyrie got released and Penny got released and Amon-Ra got released. I was around then, and every time they... Yeah, Ali, you do put in more work than her, but she gets me drinks and you didn't get me a drink. Every time they brought out a new hero, it was very much the standard, that's the new meta, and it was boring because it made it, bear in mind how, obviously, I don't know if you remember, bro, I presume you do, like how slow the game was, like crazy slow. Yeah, I mean, Valkyrie, they never made another hero like it. She was so strong and based off HP that they were like, we can't make another hero like it. But also, I do get why they didn't want to do that. I'll send you, Ali, I trust you with my address, to be fair. They didn't want a grindy game, like in gameplay wise. They didn't want a really stodgy team. And Valkyrie was just impossible to kill if you didn't have a Valkyrie. Like, it was just impossible. Would I send you, yeah, Ali, I'd send you my address. What would you do with my address? I trust you. Yeah, fine. I'd give no one else my address. Actually, do you know what? To be fair, I probably could rake my address. Mad scientist teams. Yeah, but the game, do you know what? I found an old Reddit post the other day. Oh, here's Robbie. Hey, Robbie. I actually think it's more than 95%, Robbie, to be fair. I saw a post and it was about how difficult it would be to get 3 9-stars on one team in the game. And you think that's how difficult the game used to be. Now, if I created a new account, by the end of the first week, I could have that. Right, well... Right. Robbie wants to chat shit. We're going to fucking prove him wrong. Ah, fuck you, bitch. You're wrong. Oh, brighter than the sun. Flashback. Right, Robbie, just to prove that you're a dick, 99%. And when was Reddit ever wrong? That's what I'm saying. It's 99%. 99%. And Randy, that's not true. I don't believe that's true. I don't believe that's true one bit. Not in 1 square inch. Yeah, but Aiden, you probably were the best. Sandy, don't say hello to Robbie. Don't feed him any more than he needs to be fed. Sea otters contain 600,000 to 1 million hair follicles per square inch. Dense. I trust Randy more than Robbie, so I'm going to suggest that's probably true. But that just sounds really weird. I feel like they'd be really nice to stroke. I don't know. Rude. I am rude. Leaf, Scary Armies, and Valk Oberon. Oh, yeah. Valks. Yes, Leaf. I'm so happy you've said that. Do you know what as well? I had Emily here and then thought, shit, she can't be V forward. Emily's just like a slightly worse Emily's a worse Belrain. But for those that don't know, and this is why I feel like the game would be so much more interesting without trans heroes, because I know they messed up with Holmes Young and stuff like that. I do get that. But you could still play like heroes like Emily. Look at that. All enemies reduce 40% precision, all allies 30 speed, 20% of attack. Basic attack reduces 3 enemies 20% of crit. When she goes below 50% HP, increases all allies 29% of attack and reduces all enemies armor 29%. So, like, Emily, strong. Like, so underrated. And I said that in my tier list that I'd done. And I was called out on Emily specifically that she should have been in the trash tier. Oh, Randy, that's adorable. I love that, to be fair. I only just saw Rake's last comment about Tix. Tix is the sole reason why I stopped giving heroes huge attack and switched to huge holy damage instead. Is that because Tix steals the attack? So therefore he just becomes an unbeatable monster? Is that why they would do that? Because Tix is brutal. And I feel bad for Tix. He's just a bunch of pixels in the game. Obviously, he's kind of considered Eloise's sidekick. But in his own right... Ah, right, yeah. So he stole everyone attack and then just... yeah. I like Tix. Tix is super strong. And you could definitely run an account with Tix being your first D5. But as I think it was you that said at the start of this, it's like, why would you if it's not as good as Eloise or Holmes Young? And it's true. As I said, I think if you're a spender, you can get away with it. If you're a new player, you should stick to the standard routes. It's easier to ask for help if you're sticking to the standard routes. But I think for someone like me, like when I do the anniversary one, VH League is going to start on the anniversary event. Then I'm going to build someone fun. That's definitely not Eloise or Holmes Young. And it... See, I want to bring Ithaca back. I think Ithaca would be super fun. As an assassin, super fun. But I think this will be this team. I think this has a nice balance to it. A really nice balance to it. Nullify the enemy's attack. CC and reduce energy. Be an absolute bitch. Reduce speed. Phenomenal damage. And even if someone gets nuked down, they've still got others that can take up the mantle. So I feel like this is a 6 that works really nicely. Personally. Why is it doing that? I also feel like this is the obvious team. I don't know who else, because she and Ailemak are cool, but I don't know where Ailemak fits in. The only one I'd probably take out is an Inosuke. But I feel like people have this... they like Inosuke, and so I feel like it would be quite cool to have him there. And he can do quite nuky damage. But not compared to Penny. But I feel like boss fights, he'll be useful. Even Fiona's probably quite useful in boss fights. Unimac, yeah, not so much. Sherlock, obviously not. Light, again, I feel like this is just a super balanced team. I feel there's enough there. Because Andrea's healing's insane. Underrated healing. And then Dark. I still don't know with Dark. I feel like this is one of those. If it goes right, it wins. If it goes wrong, they just get obliterated. Depends if the right things occur. Koji, yeah, I think so. I was still playing when Ada got released. Ada and Aspen got released at the same time, and I went down the Aspen route. But Ada now, I still look at Ada's skill set and her kit and think, fuck, like she's strong. But obviously with Transcendence Heroes, it just doesn't matter. But I think she's going to be really useful in this competition. Really useful. It's about Ormus. Drop Fiona and take rescue heal from Penny. I don't think Ormus can be V forward. He can't be V forward, so I can't do him. I can go Sigmund up. Oh, Flame Strike up. Flame Strike's so cool. And she done so much boss damage as well. Can I rotate? Oh, do you know what the issue was with Mockman? Eric, you were annoyed. I was just rushing him. I took the screenshot when he was rubbish, in the rubbish position. I'll do him properly. When I'm saying that, I can't. Oh, there you go. Oh shit! No, I've lost it now. I clicked the wrong button. The only thing as well, we're gonna have to have some of him dug out. But just because you've asked, Eric, I will replace him. I will replace him. We're gonna upscale him. Sandy, well, you can use Holmes Young. Holmes Young's, and in truth, right, because Wukong's, once you get the Transcendence Hero, I mean, I suppose the idea of Eloise was that you move to Vesa/Ailamak and their supports for Eloise. Now that people have seen that Wukong's absolutely insane and you push to him as your first Transcendence Hero anyway, probably, I honestly don't think it matters. I mean, Holmes Young's obviously really good because as well as doing the follow-up attacks, he does CC, which doesn't impact Wukong because they work nice together. But if you didn't want to do Eloise, do Holmes Young. If you didn't want to do Holmes Young, do whatever anyway. Because the second you get to Wukong, everything changes. Holy shit. That's the first time that's ever happened. Yeah, do Mogman then. Keep Mogman. Mogman's cool, but this is the first time that's ever come up and said that. Okay. Eric, you've broken my game. Oh, look why all of a sudden now you guys are here? Is the background remover doing its actual job? Oh yeah, whatever. Yeah, you've lost that. We're not too worried about it. Excuse me, Randy. I put it up on the screen earlier. I actually did that, and I left it sitting there. That's the guild. That's the guild ID right there. No, you're fine, Randy. Ali, to be fair, shut up. Listen, I am not a technologically gifted at all. I've got better. I have got better. There you go. Rands has got it. Rands has got it. The Rand man. Well, yeah, because you're right. He does look weird, to be fair. I thought that earlier, Eric, and I ignored it. That's right. Leaf, you can lurk. Oh, thanks, Ali. I appreciate that, you bastard. So, Mockman is super interesting because he's very unique, isn't he? And I have never built a Mockman. So, Sandy, is Mockman your main? Because I'd like, yeah, I want Mockman there and I want Aspen there. Like, I feel like as a combo, that's good. You have to have Drake and Carry. And then it's like, well, who's the next two? So is it, I think Arwen Ra and Elena, or it would be Alakita and Vespera. I think Forcus can do one. I built Forcus on the non-meta account. Was not impressed. Was not impressed. That's cool because Mockman can be a second damage dealer, can't he? I really like the idea of Mockman because everyone does. Not everyone. Sandy, I know, because you're going to join the guild too. Thank you for that, by the way. Just so everyone knows, this is the kind of commitment. Oh, they haven't joined yet. That's the kind of commitment that I need to see from everyone, so we can get the guild up to level 30. And then Rake is going to leave his guild, and he's going to join our guild. And then we're gonna win stuff. Not anything important, but we're going to win some things. Between Ali's S-tier basilisk that he's bought today, whale. Ali, do you know what, man? I would love it if you'd do that. The thing is, I appreciate its time and effort into something that really is irrelevant. I say irrelevant, as obviously the quicker that the guild gets to level 30, the quicker everyone can join. But you don't have to do the account, but you have to do the guild stuff. So the annoying thing is it will take you. It's server 35. Server 35. But the thing is, it takes about an hour to do the first bit of the game. And I know how busy you are, which is why I haven't asked you and Kay to do it. Because I know you guys are super, you with work and Kay with studies. But I don't want you guys to sit there and spend, yes, rando. Spend like an hour doing something you're not getting anything from. Because look, we are getting there. But Maisie hasn't been doing it. Rubia hasn't been doing it. Paco and Eric's an absolute Chad with this, right? Eric's been working. Tiger's someone that's random. I don't even think Tiger's part of the community. Yeah, thanks, Ali. Yeah, listen, why do you need working at home? Just join my guild. We'll make money together. It won't be much. you might be able to afford some SG. Nice Koji. Sandy, I like that. I like the fact you've gone for Ailemag. Who's your home? Is Vulcan your homeowner? I do think Mockman's really cool. I think Vulcan's really cool, but because I've used Basilisk now, I kind of don't want to do it again. Mockman and Vulcan. Nice. Whereas Mockman's different, isn't he? Do you know what? Do you know what? Do you know what I'm considering? Do you know what I'm considering? Well, she's the smartest person in this chat by an absolute mile, but we already knew that anyway. Who would Mockman? Mockman would work in my team. I think. Why am I not seeing? What have I just gone past him? I think Mockman would be really good in my team. What? How am I missing him? What am I doing that's wrong? Oh, he's there. Idiot. I think Mockman would work really well with Basilisk, for the same reason that he works well with Vulcan. And he takes the pressure off. And he's super cool. Super cool. Sandy, listen, you're the only person in this chat that everyone adores and that no one criticises. I mean, no one criticises Randy, but that's not the point. You're the one-off limits person. So, yeah, you take that compliment to the bank and cash it, because you're the only one I'd say that about. Oh, do you know what's a shame though, right? His Transcendence hero doesn't look as cool as his standard one. Why is his arm now tiny? Koji's Tenant for Mockman. And shields, duh. Don't forget, she's with Randy and Randy's the shield man. So there's always going to be some shields on that account. Oh God, I'd never even thought of Mockman. Right. Yeah, Tenant for Mockman. So we're pretty set that this is going to be the Abyss team. If anyone has any objections, raise them now. Or this is just what's going to get built, I think. It's not the end, because as I said, I literally think on Leaf's account, King Barton hasn't been built up, but the copies are there. Cruz has been, but I can't remember. But either or, there's enough copies to build this account. But I think that's what we're going to do. That's a freezing cold Pepsi Max. Oh my God, that tastes amazing. Right. Oh, it's the best thing in the world. It's not. One of. This is the Shadow team. I'm pretty sure, again, this is the Shadow team. Should I put Gustin in for some cheese? Possibly. He can always be subbed in if I feel it's necessary. But other than that, I'm pretty sure that's the team. This, I feel like this has to be the team for here. The only one that could go in would be Ailemag. Ailemag could slot into that team. But then he would take, I think he would take Inosuke's place. And I feel like having the Inosuke burst alongside Penny's burst, with Unimax and Holmes Young doing that really nice sustained damage, just works nicely. And I've already got a CC anyway. I don't even need Ailemag stuns. Between Sherlock and Holmes, and then Sherlock reflecting. That's fire. So it's Forest in this team. That's cool to have a theme behind it, Sandy. Nothing wrong with having a theme. Speaking of theme, I just want a winning team. I feel like now if I don't go for Oberon, I've let Rake down. Because that's all Rake wants me to do. But I also feel like Freya's got to be built. I also feel like Garuda's got to be built. No, I've got to have Olivia. Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm so confused. I then feel like I take them out. Difficult. I have to sleep on that. Yeah, don't sleep on Guild Tech. Right, guys. It's past 9 o'clock. Most of the stream was actually talking about food in the end. I think we've kind of figured out the teams amongst everyone kind of contributing slightly. Yeah, so look, I'm gonna do my event preview on Thursday. Obviously we've got Thanksgiving festival, so we're gonna get some heroic summon scrolls done on Friday. Might even ask Leaf if we can do some on one of the other accounts, because some of his accounts are stacked with scrolls. But look, I hope you guys... Wasn't me. You're fine, bro. You're contributing by sitting there in the background. Honestly, you're absolutely fine. I appreciate everyone. Yeah, Leaf, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out, Leaf. I'll talk to you about it. I wouldn't dream of doing that without asking you. But anyway, guys, thank you so much watching and listening. Leaf, you're a legend. And yeah, thank you, Randy, for thanking Leaf as well. Everyone should thank Leaf, because if you're looking, only if you're looking forward to the series. If you're not looking forward to it, then don't. But yeah, he's been a legend for letting us do this to his accounts. I don't think many people would have let us do this to their accounts, but I'm happy that we can do something as cool as, or certainly as fun as I think it's going to be. But yeah, anyway, guys, girls, thank you so much. I'll catch you guys tomorrow in Discord. If you're not in Discord, I'll see you Thursday. But yeah, stay safe. VH out.